Hello and welcome once again to Living and Active. Uh, Please forgive the nearness of my face to your viewing area and any kind of peaks you might get from my voice. As you can see from the flush of my face, I am not feeling well at all. So I chose to forego the setting up of my usual filming locations, and I have retreated to the recliner. But anyway, as you have seen from the title of this video, Living and Active is, Lord willing, going live, just not in the way most people are used to YouTube channels going live. I mean by that I am going to be here in a few hours on this Monday morning. I'm going around to a couple different um, agencies and entities in my immediate area, and I'm going to put the bug in people's ear to kick the first rock down the hill and see about actually establishing a physical, direct, in-person, living and active physical disability peer mentoring program, group outreach, whatever. I'm going to first go to the technical college that is right up the road that I attended very briefly last year. I will see uh, who I need to talk to about even putting the group together, getting it publicized within the campus, uh, and then working. I already know where I'm going to be uh, trying to put these because they have like a student commons type area. It's almost like a lounge. It has an excellent ramp down into it, wide open spaces. All kinds of activities and stuff will be there, and I think that would be a good. It's a very large space, and I think that would be actually a good starting point for just to get even like maybe younger kids or local adults or whatever interested in something like that, and seeing how something like that would be carried out, getting to know each other, whatever. The ultimate goal is to move that group, or at least uh, part of the time, uh, after the library annex is complete, to actually meet there while we have access to hard copy and digital forms of media, where if there comes a need to look up resources and information while we're in group, while we're helping each other find stuff, we can do so. We have access to the information. I had thought for these very same reasons that we could do it at the library, at the community college or technical college, but that's a more limited space that gets a lot more traffic. Students obviously going about their schoolwork, doing research for those things. So that's probably not a very conducive environment for the kinds of things and conversations that would be had by a group of people with physical disabilities. And I don't mean just wheelchairs, I mean like amputees, blind, deaf, um, cerebral palsy, all of those physical disabilities, um, and the practical and emotional um, aspects and realities of actually dealing with living inside of the lives that we are given by these disabilities. Um, Now, I want to make very clear for those of you who will see this, because I know very few of you who actually watch my channel are local. So, if you happen to watch my channel, if you happen to come across this video and you're not local to the Southwest Wisconsin area, I am not going to be offering what people think I might be offering by saying that this channel is going live. I will not be doing live feeds. I will not be doing live broadcasts. It's going to be hard enough for me um, to schedule regular meetings for the peer mentoring group. I hope to actually be able to quickly identify a core group of trusted people that can um, that I can share the leadership responsibilities with fairly early. Because if it all rests on me, I'm going to let everybody down. People are going to be disappointed. But the one thing that I do not want to do is I don't want to turn it into just another excuse to create just another uh, online digital meeting place. There's already too much of that. Way too much of that. I hate being involved in things like that. There is some good, but no, I've had enough of the meeting people only online from the last 5 years to suit me for the next 50 if I live that long. Hello, Editor Leland here. I know I just said that I hate online meeting groups. That was probably way too strong of a term to use. I don't hate them. As a matter of fact, I go on in this video to promote one uh, pretty thoroughly. I don't hate that one. I don't hate being involved in it. I don't hate being involved in the ones that I do actually join in from time to time. What I meant to say was that I hate being in a position where, as a disabled person, my only social interactions come from online meetings and live streams. That's what I hate. I've been involved in 2 groups last year that I had thought were going to be helpful in actually developing something like what I'm talking about in this video in the local area, and everything, absolutely everything, was done remotely, um, all web-based, everything, even the things they called parties, peer mentoring groups, everything was online, and it got way too, no, I don't like that. Every once in a while, engaging with the live streams that I do engage with, to include Live to Roll, is an absolute wonderful resource, but for my own thing, for my own sake, I am very opposed to the idea of letting what I'm trying to turn for the sake of uh, having more personal, direct interactions and opportunities for relationship for disabled people in person. I'm just going to cut the whole remote participation thing from even being a possibility right at the beginning. So having said that, I do not hate those things that are beneficial. Obviously, the live streams that I chat in, partake in, and especially the Live to Roll live streams and podcasts that I mentioned, they're very helpful. I don't hate them. I just don't want them for what this is going to be. So I now return you to your regularly scheduled video already in progress. I want this needs to be for the sake of the people who will be coming to and benefiting from these types of things. This needs to be in person, direct interpersonal contact, without a screen and without the ability to just mute everybody so you can ramble on and on and on and on about whatever, holding to an itinerary, and then click and everybody disappears and your life goes back to whatever it was before. No, I want there to be genuine friendships and interactions and healthful, mutually beneficial and reciprocal relationships built from this effort, as well as the practical helps. that we can learn from each other. So there will not be any remote calling in by phone or video, anything to any of it. It's going to be in person. Now, if you're watching this channel and you're hoping for something like that, and you're saying, well, Leland, well, what am I supposed to do? I'll tell you. There is a wonderful channel called Live to Roll. I am absolutely going to link it in the description and in the pinned comment below this video. It is called Live to Roll. It is, they do, I think it's a bi-weekly live stream on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. I don't remember the time, but if you go to the channel, follow the link, you should be able to get that information. But the people that head it up are Sean and Leah. They are a married couple. They are a believing married couple. They are wonderful people. I've interacted with both of them through some of the live podcasts and stuff that they've hosted on topics like autonomic dysreflexia. There's some other topics that they have coming up. They've spoken on insurance, the disability tax, how everything is more expensive, how to source and maintain the adaptive vehicles, trying to get recommendations from each other on adaptive equipment, insurances for wheelchair accessible vans, things like that. So it's a really helpful resource, and that is specifically geared towards people from all over the place. To come together and to have that kind of online shared information swapping type thing. It's a wonderful thing. I'm not poo-pooing it at all, but I'm also not going to take away from the wonderful work that they're doing and trying to launch something. I mean, they're already very well established. They have an excellent setup in terms of their gear, in terms of production value, and in terms of just they have sponsors. They have sponsors that deal with adaptive equipment, mobility aids, and things like that. So they are established to the point where if you see this channel and you want to take part in some of those online meeting place type discussions, then I will happily give you the information you need to follow to land on their channel and do all of the YouTube things to support them, because they're doing really great work. They even have a shop on Shopify. I haven't visited yet, but he's got some really cool gear that Sean likes to wear while he's doing the podcast, as he should. So that's the news. That's the update. I'm, like I said, if I'm still up and at 'em in a few hours, quite a few hours, when these places actually open up for business, my intention, Lord willing, and if the Saints don't rise first, is to go to first to the technical college and then to the temporary library that is in operation while the new one and the accessible add-on is being built. And the reason why it's going to be probably important, I'm trying to keep myself in frame, I promise. The reason why this is going to be important to involve the library is because when they started talking about getting the funding and actually doing the add-on for the library, specifically to make it ADA compliant and to give more accessibility to the disabled folks in this community, and there are a few, I'm learning. I've been told, this is not me tooting my own horn, but I've been told by people in the community that it was me showing up to the planning meetings, obviously in my wheelchair, and talking about how much of a difference it would mean to have something like that in our own town that convinced them to get on board. The money was raised very quickly. If you haven't seen the other videos, the money for this project, massive project, the money was raised very quickly, and construction began much, much sooner than anybody anticipated. So to keep that momentum going, and so that people don't, I guess, feel cheated, or like the justification for all of this stuff um, is kind of squandered, I want to be very, very proactive about getting something like this into the library pretty much as soon as the doors open. And the best way to do that is to launch something and grow it and nurture it at the technical college while we're waiting for the library to finish being built. And then it can be moved, or like I said earlier, split from the college campus to the new library with all of the ADA restrooms and meeting rooms and elevator and everything else that they're adding to that building specifically for disabled people. So I think that is going to be the announcement. But if you've been watching any of the videos in this channel for any amount of time, you also know that I believe that the Harpazo is achingly close to happening. And so the reason why I keep saying Lord willing and if the saints don't rise first, all of this could disappear by the time I finish uploading this vehicle with the Lord himself descending from heavens with a shout and the trumpet of the archangel, and the voice of the archangel and the trump of God, and the dead in Christ being raised first, and we who remain being caught up into the clouds, given our incorruptible bodies and forevermore being with the Lord. Therefore, I will encourage all of my siblings in grace with these words. But if that doesn't happen before the timeline for these things to be completed has a chance to be fleshed out, that's one of the things that I will be doing to redeem the time, because the days are evil. So, Lord willing, and if the saints don't rise, Living and Active will be going live for real. But like I said, if you're looking for more of the online chat, um, virtual interaction type thing, go on over to Live to Roll. Check out Sean and Leah and their work there. It's wonderful work. Um, and if you're close enough to where I live in Southwest Wisconsin, um, to actually take part, or if you know somebody that is in this general area that could take part of such a thing, um, go ahead, include them in, show them this video, share this video with them. I think this is the only time, one of the only times I've ever asked my viewers to ever share any of the videos that I've done, but this is for the benefit of the people who will be receiving the information. I'm going to see if we can get this thing going. So, anyway, whatever happens, and if you saw the post about the Strummin' and Gummin' playlist or series or whatever, update on the damage to my left hand, which is the hand I'm holding this camera in right now. It's not really holding it, it's just kind of cupped, and I've got it braced. I've got my elbow locked into the armrest of this chair, and it's pivoting, which is why the framing is all jacked up. But yeah, the strumming and gumming with guitars is the thing of the past. That's not going to happen. Banjos might be going away. They're not going away. They're not going to probably be featured on the channel unless I can figure out some way of picking something pleasant from them, strumming them some kind of way. Because I only need these 3 fingers, really. Actually 2, because it's banjo, 2 finger. For the right hand, and then I'm sure I can come up with something to work any kind of left hand action, even if it's like a slide on the fretless banjo that I have from Jim Moore's. But I do still want to, I don't know. I like Brother Aaron's banjo that he made that I have. It's very cool. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah. So for rolling towards eternity for this video, that's going to be it. As always, remember Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it is impossible to please God, even in things like this, even in really cool sounding community projects like this. If I don't give it to God and operate in faith, that He will grow the things that He wants to happen, or otherwise meet the intent of the things that would be nice to do, and not try to do everything in my own strength. If He desires, even if I don't handle that in faith, um, it's going to be nothing. So without faith, it is impossible to please God, because those who come to God must believe that He is a rewarder of those who seek Him. So be seeking Him, and until next time, if there is a next time, God be with you.